League of Legends' official animated series is set to be released in November of this year on Netflix. Animated by Fortiche Production, the series explores the lore of two of the game's most iconic characters, Jinx and Vi. Fans have been starving for more League of Legends lore since the game's release, and finally, after over 10 years, we will be getting to experience Piltover and Zaun, taking a closer, more personal look. A lot of work has gone into making this world believable, and today we're bringing you an exclusive view of what Arcane's soundtrack is looking like. Riot has made a name for themselves not just in gaming, but their music department has really broken ground with their projects like KDA and Pentakill receiving massive praise from fans all over the globe. We got to speak to Toa Dunn, head of Riot Music Group, responsible for some of our favorite projects within the League of Legends universe.
We couldn't have guessed it would have been that big. We'd hope so, but we wouldn't have guessed, right? When we were making it, we were like, this is so awesome. Like, we love it. I hope other people like it too. Like, that's literally how we felt, right? Because you don't know until, you put it into the hands and ears of other people. And so, yeah, it's been amazing to see what KDA ended up being at the end, and what it validated for us is like, oh, what this means to us, it can mean to other people too, right? And I think that's kind of the blood, sweat, and tears for us behind everything we do. We really care about everything we do, and so I think we spend a lot of time and effort on all the details, and I think that's what comes through. People may not know it all the time, but I think they feel it or hear it. And so, yeah, it's been amazing. But I think when it comes to the future, I'm actually pretty excited for the future. I think we're just at the tip of the iceberg. I think from a creative standpoint on the music side, like, we aspire for a lot.
The latest challenge faced by Toa and his team was the creation of the soundtrack for Arcane, League of Legends' official Netflix series in commemoration of the game's 10th anniversary. Arcane will dive deeper into Runeterra's lore by telling the story of two sisters that League fans know very well, Jinx and Vi. The new adventure will take place in Piltover and Zaun, two cities that couldn't be more different both in visuals and in values. As Valorant's cultural center, Piltover is a thriving, progressive city whose power and influence is on the rise. Zaun is a dark mirror of the city above. Unfettered development and reckless experiments on technology have polluted Zaun and made it one of the most dangerous places in Runeterra.
We've really been getting to know this world, and we're finally getting now to express it. When you think of Zaun, we're putting more and more imagery now. Of course, you get to see in Arcane, and part of what the challenge, and the fun challenge, of course, for our team was like, now what does it sound like as well, right? What do the streets, of Zaun actually sound like, and up on Piltover as well. You think of Zaun, and what are the types of instruments would they use there, right? When they're kind of the underground city, whether it's junk or things that are lying around, how do they get creative to find the things that become their instruments versus something like Piltover, right? Where probably a lot of science and everything comes together and they create really intricate, instruments. I think our guys had a lot of fun discovering, the unique sound of, our world.
Piltover and Zaun together feature 20 different champions from League, and some of them will be present in the series, like Jace, Victor, and Heimerdinger. But the main characters are going to be Jinx and Vi. The Loose Cannon and the Piltover Enforcer will embark on a journey that will begin in their childhood and that will explain to League fans the origin of their story. Back in 2013, when she was released, the Riot Music department also released their first music video ever to better introduce the Loose Cannon to League players. Jinx has been one of the all-time fan favorite champions ever since.
So the Get Jinx song is not in there, unfortunately. But yeah, for the fans who've definitely been, around for a while, they'll probably get some of the things they see about Jinx in the video. I think me is a really cool nod for us to be able to do.
Even if Get Jinx will not be present in the series, Arcane will feature 11 original songs that will amplify a core moment for the specific episode they're in. Riot's music team has assembled an incredible group of artists to put together the official soundtrack. You might recognize some of them from previous projects in collaboration with Riot Games. Imagine Dragons, Mako, and Purist are just some of the names that League fans will meet again in the amazing lineup put together for Arcane. Riot Music has lived up to the expectation of their fans for years, first with themes for League characters, and then with songs created specifically for the World Championship.
A lot of us grew up pretty much these past few years just fully immersed in League of Legends, right? So we've really been getting to know this world, and we're finally getting now to express it outwardly.
To them, music is not just something you listen to. Whether it's a feeling of awakening or something that ignites their will to rise to the occasion, the Riot Music team will find a way to move you with their creations. Arcane is set to release on November 6th, right after the League of Legends World Championship, so make sure to not miss it.
I'm not quite sure there's just really a world quite like this, and I think that's what makes League special.